MSUTV is on the air, bringing you the best student-produced educational, entertaining, and informative programming. Broadcasting out of Breckenridge Hall on the campus of Morehead State University, MSUTV is signing on.
Good evening and welcome to NewsCenter. I'm Don Young.
And I'm Nina Cottle. This is your news for October 4th, 2012.
West Liberty's annual Sorghum Festival was last weekend. NewsCenter's Hardy Breeding was there.
The 42nd Annual Sorghum Festival kicked off on Friday, September 28th in West Liberty. Fall was welcomed as people from all over decided to spend their weekend enjoying the crafts, food, and music they have in previous years. Some may have doubted that there would be a sorghum festival only 7 months after tornadoes wreaked havoc upon the downtown area. NewsCenter spoke with festival goers to get their thoughts on the festival.
My most favorite thing about the Sorghum Festival is the Sorghum Bowl. On Friday night, our high school football team plays, and it's a big deal. I love Morgan County sports, and we won last night 44-0. And it's a big deal. Everybody comes out and supports the Cougars, and there's a huge crowd last night, and that's always been my favorite part.
Of course, this is a special festival because, you know, we come here not having a town to have a festival in. Town's not going to be the same, but that's all right. Things never are. We hope it'll be better. We're just glad that we didn't lose more folks. Helps you to focus on what's important. That's your kids and your family. So this year it's a little different. It's a little more important. It makes me a little more thankful to see folks that I've not seen in a while because, you know, there was a time back in March where we didn't think we was going to see anybody.
Despite the recent tragedy, crowds are expected to once again reach the 20,000 mark, making this festival something for West Liberty to be proud of. From West Liberty, reporting for NewsCenter, this is Hardy Breeding.
MSU's Career Services held their annual career fair this week. NewsCenter's Adam Black has more on this story.
Students of MSU had the chance to meet with employers on Tuesday.
The career fair is an excellent opportunity to meet with a lot of different people in a short period of time. I think it's also a good chance to get comfortable networking, get comfortable introducing yourself to professionals. You know, I usually tell freshmen and sophomores the career fair is a great chance to go and pick a lot of people's brains. So if you're not sure what you can do with your major or even what major you want, go and talk to the people at the career fair, see what they typically hire. You know, a lot of them are Morehead State grads, so they're particularly willing to help out our students.
Boone said employers are looking for students who are involved on campus.
Employers telling us that they really want to connect with students who are involved on campus, who have leadership roles on campus, who are doing more than just their studies.
I'm a Kappa Delta. I'm the president of Best Buddies. I'm in the Student Council for Exceptional Children and the Honors Program.
Boone said students will be able to start the interview process at the career fair.
Some of the employers at the career fair will be doing on-the-spot interviews. Some are coming back to campus in a couple of weeks to schedule interviews, so you can certainly, you're probably not going to get hired on the spot, but you can certainly get an interview on the spot, which is the first step towards getting hired.
Many students at the career fair are not only looking for jobs, but grad programs as well.
I came to the career fair today because I'm looking for both a graduate position and a job position. Ahmed Zagari, the dean of the engineering department, gave me some really good advice. He said to try and make it so you're choosing between two good things, between, say, grad school and a job, rather than two bad things, unemployment or bad job.
Reporting for NewsCenter, Adam Black.
Boone says the next career fair will be held in the spring semester on March 15th.
You may have noticed the air outside is cooling down. Colder weather means less outdoor activities. NewsCenter has more.
As the temperatures outside are dropping, students are looking for alternative ways to stay fit.
The Recreation and Wellness Center may be the answer for some students.
Well, we have a comprehensive recreation center, so anything that they've done outside, generally they can do inside. Obviously, there's some limits to that. Ultimate Frisbee, which is very popular on campus, is not something we can do inside. We just don't have the facilities for it. But they can definitely come in to play basketball, volleyball, volleyball, racquetball. We have a host of other things that they can participate in order to relieve their stress and try something inside. I know as it gets colder, it's a little more difficult to do stuff outside, running, playing football, playing outdoor basketball, and so we have those facilities.
Students who spent their summer lounging around the pool may be pleasantly surprised that they can continue this activity in the colder months.
Nobody wants to swim in 30-degree weather outside.
We have a 25-yard, 6-lane lap pool that is open Monday through Friday from 6 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Then it shuts down for a few hours, and it's open over the noon hour from 11 to 2. And then it shuts down again for a few hours, and then we open back up at 4 o'clock and close at 9, a little bit earlier on Fridays. We're open at 10 to 2 on Saturdays and 4 to 9 on Sundays.
The Recreation and Wellness Center offers group fitness classes all year long.
Currently we have 26 classes that are offered every week that range from Zumba to cycling to stretching. We're looking to add some more classes next semester, possibly with come January will be the fitness boom, the spring break boom. So we'll probably have some extra classes at the beginning of the semester, and then once spring break hits, we'll scale back again.
The Recreation and Wellness Center is a great place for you to do your outside activities inside, whether it be play basketball or run on the indoor track, swim in the pool, or do group fitness. It is a great way to stay out of the cold weather and keep in shape for the winter.
We'll be right back after the break with a quick look at weather with Haley Murphy and NewsCenter Notices featuring Seth Green.
At the Moorhead State University Recreation and Wellness Center, have the time of your life getting in shape. Free of charge to all students.
Hungry and only have a short break? Come to A-Duck. Favorite restaurants such as Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, Pie, Croutons. Get in and get out fast. Quick and yummy.
I'm so freaking bored. I cannot handle another hour of the Kardashians.
I wish we'd go bowling.
Me too.
Great.
Your wish has come true. Wilson Lanes, located inside a Laughlin Health Building on campus, has 6 lanes of pure bowling fun, and now with automated scoring. $2 per game and $1 shoe rental. How could you pass this up?
Welcome back to NewsCenter. I'm Haley Murphy. We'll take a brief look at your weather for today. Currently in Moorhead, it's around 74 degrees outside. You can see just a few bit of clouds in the sky, not too much. Definitely a sunny day overall. Definitely seeing some warm temperatures, and it started out that way. Take a look at your records for today. You can see in 1959 there was a high of 91 degrees, and in 1987 a low of 32 degrees. So definitely not seeing anywhere near those temperatures today, but staying pretty warm for the beginning of October. Your radar across the state, courtesy of WKYT, you can see not too much going on across the state. No clouds, sunshine overall, and definitely warmer temperatures. We'll see a little bit more of this for one more day, but fall weather is quick approaching. Your temperatures across the bluegrass, you can see 79 degrees near Bowling Green, 78 in Louisville. Take a look towards Frankfort, you can see around 75 degrees, 74 in Lexington, and 73 degrees in London. 75 in Jackson, 76 in Ashland, and 75 degrees in Covington. So mid-70s across the state, really nice temperatures for the beginning of October, like I said. We'll definitely see a decline this weekend with temperatures and into next week. Fall weather is fast approaching, so be prepared. Definitely some frost in the mornings and some cooler temperatures throughout the rest of next week associated with some showers as well. We'll be right back after NewsCenter Notices.
Well, welcome to NewsCenter Notices. With us today we have Seth Green, a ceramics professor here at MSU. Hi Seth, how are you doing today?
Good, thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
I have been here a little over 2 years. My family and I have been here 2 years, and I've been working as the ceramics professor in the art department here on campus. And I am a ceramic artist and did my graduate work at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
What made you want to be a ceramics professor?
Well, I think it has to do with a lot of the ceramics professors and the art professors I had as a student. They really took me under their wing and encouraged me to enter my work into shows, go to conferences, and encouraged me to continue my studies in graduate school. So it's the professors.
That made you, okay. The Ceramics Guild here on campus, you're involved with that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What are you with that?
I am the club advisor for the Ceramics Guild. A couple of things that we've got going on right now, we do, for the last 2 years, we've done what's called empty bowls, where my students, myself, and people from the community come and we make bowls and we sell them for charity fundraisers for places like the M&M Food Kitchen and Ashland Community Food Kitchen. This year we're doing it again in Mount Sterling, and we're working with the Gateway Regional Center for the Arts. And me and my students were making about 300 bowls to donate for charity.
So other than just the making bowls, what other, do you do other activities with?
Yeah, we have a couple of pottery sales every year, and we usually have them in Adrian Doran University Center. And we do fundraisers to help the students attend their National Ceramics Education Conferences every year. And we have something specific coming up here soon. We've got a group of 4 visiting ceramic artists coming in to do a workshop and demonstrations for a couple of days in October 16th and 17th.
October 16th and 17th?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so that group of artists, like, did you say where they came from?
They're a group of artists from around the country, but they all study at the Edinburgh University of Pennsylvania, and they have been workshopping and teaching and showing their work, exhibiting around the country together. They've been supporting each other's careers. That's one of the reasons why I want to bring them to campus to help my students see the importance of sticking together as a collaborative group of people after graduate school.
Okay. So how were you able to get this group of artists?
I wrote a grant through the Caldwell College of Arts and Humanities. It's called the Special Events Grant, and was able to get sponsors on campus as well as off campus to help support the grant.
Okay. So if you're not an art major, can you join in on these activities?
Yes, if you're not an art major, the empty bowls that we're doing right now, we have some bowl-a-thons. We invite people from the community, people around campus that are not enrolled in ceramics, and they're allowed to come in and make bowls. Our next bowl-a-thon is, I believe, on October 9th in the Claypole Young Art Building and the Ceramics Building, 6 to 10.
All right, well, thank you for being on the show with us today.
Okay.
We'll be right back with an extended look at weather and Adrena Anderson with Eagle Athletics.
For students pursuing a career in the medical health field, come check out the new MSU Share Building. The Share Building is located right below St. Clair Hospital on Fleming Avenue. This building will offer students the chance to further their understanding of medical health and prepare them for a future with state-of-the-art hands-on classes.
For students living both on and off campus, come check out the new POD store, located in Alumni Tower. POD store is a great way for students on campus to go grocery shopping without leaving campus, or for students looking for a place to spend flex dollars on drinks, snacks, and supplies. Remember, if you're by Alumni Tower, visit the POD store to the right of the catwalk for products on demand when you want them.
Welcome back to NewsCenter. We'll take a more in-depth look at your weather now. As you can see, 74 degrees in Moorhead today. Mostly sunny, just a few clouds in the sky, not too bad. Humidity around 55% and just some light winds at 9 miles per hour southwest. So overall, really nice day, and it stayed that way. We'll see one more day like this tomorrow. Daily temperatures across the state, as you can see, around 79 degrees in Bowling Green, 78 near Louisville. You can see 75 degrees near Frankfort and Covington as well. Our side of the state, you can see around 74 in Lexington, 73 in London, 75 in Jackson, and 76 in Ashland. So across the state, temperatures in the mid-70s, really nice for this time of year. We'll definitely see one more day of those temperatures, but as I said, it's definitely going to cool down, and we'll see more fall-like weather coming our way. Your radar across the state, courtesy of WKYT. Clear overall, not too much happening. Won't see much more throughout the weekend. A few showers, but overall it'll stay around the same. Take a look at your map across the country. You can see overall very few showers, a little bit that might head our way into next week, but not too bad. Definitely see our temperatures cool down though with the cold front coming. Take a look at this. You can see a little bit of cloud coverage moving in our direction. We won't see much of that this weekend, but definitely into next week. Your temperatures across the country, you can see around 70s around our area, 77, 76. Definitely warm for this time of year. 80s down south of us, so definitely a little nicer around there, but cooler temperatures up south. Tonight you can expect to see a few showers with a low of 64 degrees, so still pretty warm overall. We'll see just a little bit of maybe some showers maybe again really late tonight, but not too much overall. Tomorrow you can expect to see partly cloudy with a high of 70 degrees. Definitely some showers might make their way, not too bad, so hopefully it won't ruin anyone's weekend plans. Temperatures like this for one more day and then definitely cool down coming. Take a look at your 5-day forecast. As you can see, Friday, a high of 76 degrees and a low of 55 degrees, partly cloudy. Saturday, cloudy day with a high of 50 and a low of 43. Definitely some showers could be moving through the bluegrass. Sunday, a high of 49 degrees and a low of 35 degrees, partly cloudy and definitely cooling down, expecting to see more fall weather. Monday, a sunny day with a high of 52 degrees and a low of 29 degrees. You can expect to see some frost in the morning when you wake up. Tuesday, partly cloudy with a high of 56 degrees and a low of 30, and definitely frost expected on both of those days. So guys, is the winter weather going to ruin anyone else's plans?
Actually, this weekend, it seems like it's a good time to maybe have a campfire, so I'm kind of looking forward to this weather a little bit.
Should be a really nice weekend as long as it doesn't rain.
I know I'm going to the festival in Greenup County, and I know it's going to be a little bit cooler, but I think it'll be nice rather than being exhaustingly hot out. So looking forward to that.
Be a nice break from the heat.
Hopefully it stays that way into homecoming, though.
Good point.
We'll be right back with Jane Anderson and Eagle Athletics.
Your home for the Moorhead State Eagles, this is NewsCenter Sports.
Moorhead State's men and women's golf teams are both coming off impressive weeks. The men's golf Eagles finished 7th out of 14th at the Murray State Invitational. Matt Logan and Brad Noonan led the teams with scores of 146 to tie for 17th out of 74 players. The golf women's teams were able to place 8th out of 16 teams at the UNCG Fall Invitational. The team was led by Marissa Kellegram and Anna Appert, who both led the Eagles with scores of 73 on the final day. Appert finished with a score of 226 to tie for 26th place, and Camelgarn scored a 225 and tied for 28th out of 88 individuals. Camelgarn also set an all-time record this week by being named OVC Golfer of the Week for the 10th time. On top of this, Camelgarn is tied for 7th in the conference in stroke average. The Lady Golfers return to action October 15th at the Austin Peay Fall Invitational, while the men return to action October 8th for the Cincinnati Bearcat Invitational. The Moorhead State Volleyball Eagles will hit the road this weekend for the first two-match league trip. The Eagles will visit Eastern Illinois on Friday, facing off at 8 p.m., and visit SIUE Edwardsville Saturday at 3 p.m. The volleyball team is going into the weekend with a 10-match winning streak and are currently undefeated in OVC play with a 4-0 record. Live stats will be available on MSUEagles.com and live video on OVCDigitalNetwork.com. Morehead State Soccer Eagles earned their first win of the season Sunday against Belmont with a score of 2-1. The 2 goals in the game were scored by sophomore Holly Tilley and freshman Kimberly Golden. The Soccer Eagles are looking to continue their success as they are set to host OVC opponent Tennessee Tech Friday at 7 p.m. and conference leader Jacksonville State on Sunday at 1 p.m. Both matches will be streamed live on ovcdigitalnetwork.com. The football Eagles have a big weekend ahead of them. Morehead State will host Pioneer Football League foe Jacksonville on Saturday at 1 p.m. During the game, Morehead State will recognize 2 of its championship teams as well. The 1962 team, who won the university's first championship 50 years ago, while the 2000 team will also be honored for their 10th anniversary. Tickets to Saturday games are $10, $3 for children, and free for MSU students. And now for NewsCenter's Eagles Sports Trivia. Which MSU men's cross-country runner recently recorded the 5th best men's 8K time in school history? Is the answer A, Clay Dixon, B, Desmond Bell, C, Gary Monroe, or D, Zachariah Elliott? So what do you guys think the answer might be for this one?
I'm going to go with A, Clay Dixon.
I'm going to have to concur with Haley on this one. I think it is Clay.
I kind of think it might be D.
Well, the answer is D, Zachariah Elliott. He actually finished 14th overall individually out of 362 racers in this invitational. He finished in 25 minutes and 13 seconds, which was only 5 seconds shy of his 4th best time in school history. So the guys, actually, there was a couple other people who placed pretty high out of this race. So the cross-country team is looking great this year. So I think we can expect big things from them. So what do you guys think?
Especially being that close to breaking the record, I think he could definitely do it. Just give him another chance.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's coming close to breaking his record every time. So I think that as the season goes on, he's only going to continue to get better, and this team is also going to continue to get better. So I just hope that we can see some more wins from the cross-country team, both men and women's.
Definitely.
It's looking good.
And we'll be back after this break.
All that we are is the result of what we have thought. The mind is everything. What we think, we become. I'm Tony Hobbs, host of MSPR's new show, Good Vibes. Each week, I'll be sifting through hours of material to bring you the best in adult alternative music. You can expect to hear from bands such as Coldplay, Mumford & Sons, The Kicks, and much more. Good Vibes, Mondays from 7 to 10 p.m. on Morehead State Public Radio.
7838747. 7838747. Who are you?
Need a ride? Need a ride? Next time, call the MSU van, 783-8747. We're happy to help.
Do you wish there was somewhere you could go for all your university-related purchases? Did you know that there is? The University Bookstore, located on the first floor of ADUC, has all of your answers. They have school supplies, art supplies, university apparel, and of course, textbooks. Be sure to stop by and visit the University Bookstore today.
With the presidential election fast approaching, time is running out for voter registration. NewsCenter's Chris Nolan Ingham went out on campus to discover just how important it is for students to voice their opinions.
This fall has brought Morehead the largest freshman class in school history and many first-time voters. NewsCenter sat down with Dean Kett to discuss the importance of voting.
Absolutely. There's no question that I think everybody should vote, be it first-time voters or old people like me. I think it's important to exercise that right to vote. We do have a number of new students on campus, and so this is the time to think about, am I voting absentee? Do I need to get the forms for that? Am I going to vote locally? For me, a lot of students are in the position of being from out of town, being from out of state, and either they're going home or doing the absentee process. Very important to get involved in the voting process in our society.
Dean Kett explains how some campus organizations are involving themselves with voter outreach.
There have been several organizations that have done voter registration campaigns. In fact, I just saw a flyer today that somebody's having a process to be able to watch the debates that are happening starting tomorrow. So encouraging those kind of debates, those kind of activities, one, to educate people, because I think that's the important piece. No matter what your political philosophy is or who you're voting for, I think it's important to be educated. Voter registration processes, being able to have students go to student activities office and ask questions about voter registration and voting, I think is important. But just getting the message out to students that it is important to vote, that every vote does count, and you don't have to vote for one of two candidates. There are lots of options in our voting process, and so just making sure that they're educated, that they know what they're voting about, and casting that vote for what they think is important.
For students concerned that their heavy course load may interfere with them voting, Dean Kett has a reassurance for them.
I think it's always a valid question of what do we do with our time, but voting doesn't take a whole lot of time. Certainly we don't have classes that day to encourage people to vote and staff to vote and faculty to vote, because we don't work that day as well. So certainly the university has intentionally created that opportunity of allowing people to vote. There's always something that people can find to do, but to me, this is one of the ultimate priorities that we can have as citizens. To take that short amount of time to actually vote, it's not a huge time commitment, and it's critically important for people to do it.
For NewsCenter, I'm Chris Nolan Ingham.
The deadline for voter registration is October 9th. For more information and to register online, visit elect.ky.gov.
MSU has been ranked as the top university in the South for another consecutive year. Brianna Perry has more.
President Andrews talks about the rank we currently have and what factors contributed to it.
Recently, Morehead State University has been recognized once again as one of the top institutions in the southern region for institutions of our type. We're in the top 20. We like to say we're in the top 25. And that's a wonderful thing for the institution, because it's very competitive. They look at admissions requirements, they look at academic standards, they look at persistence rates, all those things. And so what it means is that the institution is doing many things well that would be of interest to students and parents. I think if you look at the institution as a whole, we have, in the last number of years, we've improved the way that we talk about the place in terms of academic quality. This is a really fine place to get an education across the board. Our programs are strong. Our faculty are very committed to working with students. The class sizes are small, ratios about 17-1. It's a very safe campus. We're affordable when you compare our prices to anybody else. And our students are having good success here. And then the physical plan itself is beautiful. The campus is a lovely place to be, small enough you can get around, but large enough that it's got a nice feel to it.
The university and its students can benefit from this in many ways.
I think what it does is it presents the university in a way that sets us apart from others. We're not also Rand. We're an institution that's in that top tier in the southern states. I think that's very important, because parents and students do look at those rankings when they want to get an idea, well, how does this institution compare with another one? It's not the be-all and the end-all, but it's a good place to start an investigation when you're looking for a place to attend school. Right. The most important thing students can do is stay in school, work hard, and persist to graduate, because the persistence rate is one of the factors that these folks look at. Well, I think the people that work here know full well that the institution is a good place. We're proud of this place, and we want to continue to get better.
Reporting for NewsCenter, I'm Brianna Perry.
Well, voting's coming up, November elections, all kinds of stuff going on.
I'm pretty excited actually for this election, because it'll be the first presidential election that I've been able to vote in.
I participated in the last one. I feel like it's always good for everybody to get out and vote and voice your opinion on things. Yeah, it's going to be a really nice weekend, though.
Yeah. Do you have any plans for this weekend?
Just working on my haunted house and at my other job, so a little bit of everything this weekend.
Good. I'm hoping to have a campfire, so it'll be fun.
Well, on behalf of Haley Murphy with weather and Adrena Anderson with sports and the rest of the News Center team, I'm Don Young.
And I'm Nina Cottle. Have a great evening.